Welcome to the Brightlands home workout video. My name is Tom and I will be your personal trainer for today. I will guide you through a series of exercises that focuses on the entire body. So each week we'll do a different body part. Let's get the show on the road. So therefore we're going to start with a warming up to prime our body for the task ahead. We're going to 3 minutes warming up with 6 different exercises and we'll stop 5 seconds. We're going to start with the walkout. So make sure you have some space in front of you. Walk all the way out and come all the way up. Try to get a stretch on the back of your legs and come up. Up, walk out and then come up. So stretch the back of your legs. Keep on walking. There we go. The next one will be the windmill. So we're going to bend over, touch our feet. Going to rotate from the spine and our heart beat up. Just tap your feet with your hands and try to get a stretch in the back of your legs as well. So keep your knees stretched. The next one will be knee to the chest, fully stretch in the hip and then lunge out, come back up. Other leg, full stretch, come out and back. Full stretch in the hip. There we go. And back. Other leg. Knee to the chest. Fall out. Come back up. There we go. So the next one you'll probably recognize from yoga. So a downward dog position. I'm going to stretch the back of the legs. So you feel this in the calves. And you extend your knees one by one. So try to really point your hips upwards and stretch out those calves. If everything is going well, you're already feeling your blood flowing up a bit. Next one is a up all the way up here and then come all the way up here. So head in the air and now your hips in the air. Head in the air, hips in the air, head in the air, hips in the air. This is also good for the mobility of the shoulders. So next one, you're going to sit on your heels and you're going to really fall into your hips like this and then come all the way up as a cobra and come back, fall into your hips. Really stretch it out. You'll feel it in the shoulders as well. Stretch it out. And there we go. This is also good for the lower back when you stretch out in this position. So now back up. That was the warming up. Let's get ourselves ready. So now that we're ready with the warming up, we're going to do something a bit more challenging. You and I are going to work on your goals, so join me. So today we're going to do a shoulder day. The first exercise will be the military press. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So what you want to do is pause the video right now. If you'd like to add some weights, you can also do it without weights. So there we go. Like small bottles of water, maybe some books. You can use it to make this harder for the shoulder muscles. So drop down to like 90 degrees, an elbow flexion, and then push above your head. Don't do it too fast and try to control the weight on the way down. Okay, rest. So that was the first set. You can feel for yourself. Did you feel a burn, or did you feel that was strenuous for the muscle? Then you're at the correct intensity. There we go again. Second set. So you don't want to tap the weight above your head. You like to go as far up as you can by keeping the tension on the muscle. We're not dropping all the way down because you'll lose tension on the muscle. We'd like the time under tension to be as long as possible. And rest. So we're going to do the third set now. How's everyone feeling? Really use the time to let the muscle recover. There we go. 1, 3. You can also play with the tempo by going down even slower, meaning it's more harder for the muscles. I can already feel it. And relax. So one more set to go. Really try to let the muscle recover as much as possible in between sets. Control your breathing. There we go. Well, this is getting tough. And rest. Great job, guys. That was the military press. This exercise is called the upright row. Going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So again, get yourself some weights if you don't have any, so by pausing the video. There we go. Going to pull our elbows outwards and upwards. So you have the weights on about the height of your collarbone. So just start. Pull your elbows, flare outwards. So with this exercise you're focusing on the neck muscles a bit more, so the trapezius, which is always good. Again, control the tempo. Don't let it drop too fast down. Come up before you're all the way down. Now rest. 2 more sets to go. Use this rest. Oh, my bad. There we go. Elbows up and outwards. Up and outwards. You can also add by pinching your shoulder blades together during this exercise. So your shoulder joint is a bit more open. Some people have a tendency to be here too much, to fall forward. That's what we'd like to prevent, because you'll get shoulder impingement complaints by having your shoulder rolled too far forward. You need them open and backwards. There we go. Last set. And good job. That was the upright row. This exercise is called the side raise. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So again, pause the video if you don't have any weights yet, so you can join us. I'm going to lift the weights to this height, sideways. And now, don't let it drop too low. So if you let the weight drop too low, the tension comes off the muscle, which is not ideal. So there we go again. Second set. So again, you can control the tempo, make it harder for yourself, or make it easier by doing it faster. And rest. So especially the shoulders, you really need to let the muscle recover in between sets, because else you won't make it 4 sets long. There we go. There. This is a tough one. Woo. So make sure you get enough oxygen. Good for the recovery of the muscle. There we go. That was it, guys. Great job. This exercise is called the front raise. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds with 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. So again, get yourself some weights if you don't have any, and pause the video before we begin. So what you want to do is pinch the shoulder blades backwards and raise the weight forward. Try to get a 90-degree angle, and you can challenge yourself by dropping it real slowly. Maybe use the 3-second rule. So 1 up, 1, 2, 3, down. 1 up, 1, 2, 3, down. And as you can see, I'm not going all the way down. If you don't go all the way down, you keep the tension on the muscle. We've talked about this before, so it's really important. So, pinch it back, forward, downwards, forward, downwards. So you can obviously make it harder for yourself by using a heavier object, but after a couple of shoulder exercises, this can be tough enough. I'm showing you this angle that you can see the angle I'm making with my arms as opposed to my body. So rest, rest, rest. Start with the third set and go. Okay guys, one more to go. Let's keep the intensity up. And move. Keep that 3-second rule going down. And boom, we did it. This exercise is called bend over flies. We're going to do 4 sets of 30 seconds, 50 seconds rest in between, and we start in 5 seconds. Again, if you need to get some weights, pause it right now before we start. So, we're going to hinge the hip backwards. We're going to fly our arms outwards. Important is that you don't round your lower back. You're going to hinge the hip backwards and try to keep a hollow low back, or at least a neutral position, so not here. Really important for the safety of the lower back. Where you want to feel it is the back of your shoulders. So other exercises targeted the front and the midsection of the deltoid muscle. This one targets the back side. Very important that you get a well-rounded shoulder muscle. Also important is that you control the weight down, that you don't let it drop. Let the muscle recover as much as you can. Going to start with the third set. So feet further apart, lower back safe and controlled. Bring the weights outwards. If this is too heavy, what you can do, drop the weights, continue with the weight of your arms. It's also pretty heavy, so everyone decide their own intensity. One more set to go. I can feel them burning up. That's what we want. We want progression. Last set. One more second. Well done, guys. So that was a great workout. Surely you must be pretty sweaty right now. So before we get on with your day, we have to cool down a bit first. So let's start with the cooling down. So we're now going to start with the cooling down. We're going to combine some static and dynamic stretches to cool our body down for the day ahead. So we're going to do 6 different exercises, 30 seconds each. We start in 5 seconds. So this one, the first one, you already know. We're going to do a windmill. We're going to come up between each repetition. So we're dynamically stretching the back of our legs. And don't make this too intense. Just lean forward from the hips. Get stretch on the hamstrings and the calves. So after this one, we're going to do a bit more simple. We're going to rotate our hips. So you can really imagine the joint in the socket, the hip socket, making this movement. Like we're dancing. So this next one will be for the side obliques. So we're going to stretch out fully, lean to this side, relax, stretch out fully, lean to that side. Make yourself as long as you can. Stretch out that way. Control your breathing. Make sure you get that heart rate a bit down. So now I'm going to do a quad stretch and release the other side. This is also a bit of a stability exercise. That's why we don't stay too long on one leg. Up, up. So we just did the front of the legs. Going to do the back side now. Lean forward. Up. Lean all the way forward. So don't push your knees to the front, but your hips to the back while leaning forward. And then you feel it on the hamstring. So now we're going to do some dynamic calf stretching. So try to grab the sole of your foot while maintaining stretched knees, so extended knees. Some people can't reach it, so ever so slightly bend the knee. Okay guys, so I hope your heart rate is a bit down. You feel your entire body tingling. Great job. Thanks for today guys, that was a great workout. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please contact our email address down below. Also know that we provide live training sessions as well. So via SmartMove, let's always stay one step ahead.